astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Friday, August 11th, 2017. Now, today, we come off the moon being on Chiron, perhaps at the end of yesterday and into this morning. So I think we're waking up with some uncomfortable feelings, not feeling quite right, not feeling good, not feeling happy or comfortable with life and with where it's going. Maybe feeling like we have some old issues that we can't get past, that we can't break through. Perhaps some of these issues are internal issues, spiritual issues, some stuff that's just deep down inside that we don't like to talk about that much, that we just feel like are coming up again, weighing on our minds. That I think we're having to deal with, okay? A lot of these probably came from some of the hard decisions that we made yesterday, or some big commitments perhaps we were making to a life direction, a life path, where life is going, something like that, that could be bringing up some of these old issues that were hard at the end of yesterday and continue to be hard today. Okay, the good thing is that we are, as we're moving into today, coming off of some of these feelings, so they're not like, they're hopefully easing, lightening up and getting easier to deal with as we're moving throughout most of the day, okay? What makes this day interesting, though, is that even though we have this aspect that's happening first thing, you know, in the morning, more or less, with Chiron, the moon kind of hangs out there in Aries. It moves into Aries shortly after this conjunction with Chiron and doesn't really make any aspects, okay? So we've got this moon here coming off a lot of these really hard feelings that we're having. Then it moves into Aries, okay, where we're trying to overcome some of this stuff that's been uncomfortable, trying to move forward in life, even though we have some issues that keep coming up that we don't like, okay? And then we're just kind of chilling, okay? So I think today we're being asked to sit with some of these hard feelings, some of these uncomfortable feelings a little bit, before we can move forward. And I think there's almost going to be like a little bit of like an eerie feeling today, especially, I mean, for most of the day. The next aspect that really happens, it's a major aspect, is going to happen at 11 p.m. tonight Mountain Time, which is technically like the next day for all those of you over on the East Coast. So I think today is going to be a very eerie kind of day where we feel a lot of stuff coming. We know a lot of things are happening. We're not feeling quite comfortable about life and about where life is going, but we're just kind of having to sit there and wait with it to figure out where things are going. And then we're kind of just going to feel in like a weird little limbo. I think that's what I see going on today. Of course, with the uncomfortable feelings that we're coming into the day with, then the moon in Aries. So I think we want to move forward on some things that are important to us, to make some things happen in life that we can deal with and work with, and to just help us do things that we want. But I think it's going to be a little bit hard for us to feel like we're progressing, like we're getting things done, like we're making things happen in some way. And I think we're just kind of chilling out with that, okay? Maybe feeling a little frustrated that we still have some things from the past that keep coming up that we need to deal with, that we can't break through, or that we're trying to break through, but are just going to take some more time and do that, okay? I think that's just legit like what I see going on today. It's not going to pick up until, as I mentioned, 11 p.m. and that is going to be when the moon comes into a square with Venus and a trine with Mars. So I think towards the end of the day, if we're still awake, okay, and into the following day, into tomorrow, we then start to kind of think about things in a different way after sitting with them for most of the day, and to begin to move forward, to act on some of our feelings, on some of these things that have come up that we've really been kind of dealing with, so that we can try to put ourselves in a better, you know, direction in some way and do that. Now, I don't think that when we act, it's going to feel comfortable. I think we're still going to feel a little uncomfortable. I think we're still going to feel a little hurt about what we want, about what we value, about our relationships, about our money, not feeling quite right about some of those things, but still needing to act anyways, still needing to move forward, still needing to kind of get things done, okay? I think there's going to be a lot of that kind of going on today, trying to figure, and especially tomorrow, trying to figure some of that stuff out, not feeling comfortable, but still needing to move forward anyways, and needing to learn how to feel comfortable in some of the situations that you are now in, okay? And that you have now put yourself in or have come to you, all right? So I think that's going to be a lot of it. And then, of course, at the very end of the day, 11 p.m., technically tomorrow, the moon's going to start to square Pluto as well, bringing up some major, intense, scary feelings about life and where life is going, and just being a little uncertain of what's happening, all right? I don't want to give, like, be the bearer of bad news, but I do think today's going to be a little uncomfortable, a little eerie feeling like something's a little off, something weird is going on that you don't know what yet, or some kind of new thing is about to happen that you just aren't sure of yet, okay? I think that's what's going on. I think there are opportunities here. I do think the solar eclipse that is coming is going to be a good one, meant to be more positive for us. We still have the sun in a sextile. Well, the sun was actually in a sextile with Jupiter yesterday, so there is some opportunities there to make sense of our life, to bring good things to us as long as we keep moving forward. But I think we're still kind of hanging out in some of this hard energy, not feeling quite right, still trying to release a bunch of stuff, okay, before we can kind of come into new chapters. All right, I think we're also thinking very seriously about life, about where our life is going and what we want as well. Okay, so that's kind of what I see going on. Now let me pull your card. I'm gonna get up and grab it. Sorry, I got my little setup back here. Forgot to get my cards and shuffle them. So if you will allow me a second, I'll shuffle these cards for you really quick. Let me just put you, my camera, just put you right there. We got the Tower going on here, all right? This is interesting. I kind of like this card. This is like massive destruction. Old kind of habits coming down, old ways of thinking, of processing the world, old ways of doing things. They're just falling down. Like structures in your life that you had, ways you thought your life was going to be or was always going to work, is just not going that way anymore, and you're having to learn how to deal with some of these things that have happened, all of these changes that are going on, and to learn how to come into a new, okay, and to stop holding on to the way that your life was and to the way that you want your life to be, and to move forward. All right, I think that's just the main thing of today, especially when we're feeling uncomfortable and we've got this weird eerie feeling coming around. I think we could feel like we want to go back into the past, we want to go back into our shell and be comfortable and not have to deal with some of this stuff anymore. And I think the message here is, you know, you gotta move forward. You can't rely on old patterns and the way things were just anymore. It's not gonna work, okay? Your old habit life is coming down, moving forward, just new things, and you gotta go with it. All right, I think that's what I see here for you. I hope you have a good day. I hope it's okay. Let me know in the comments how today goes for you. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you liked it, please like it on Facebook, please like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.